Alif Lam Mim. Zalikal kitabu la rayba fihi hudan lil muttaqin. الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون والذين يؤمنون بما أنزل إليك وما أنزل من قبلك وبالآخرة هم يوقنون أولئك على هدى من ربهم وأولئك هم المفلحون. With the name of Allah, the All-Merciful, the Very Merciful. Alif Lam Mim. That book has no doubt in it a guidance for the God-fearing who believe in the unseen and are steadfast in salah and spend out of what we have provided them, and who believe in what has been revealed to you and what has been revealed before you, and do have faith in the hereafter. It is these who are on guidance given by their Lord, and it is just those who are successful. The surah begins with the Arabic letters Alif, Lam and Mim, equivalents of A, L and M. Several surahs begin with the similar combination of letters. For example, Hamim or Alif, Lam, Mim, Swad. Each of these letters is pronounced separately without the addition of a vowel sound after it. So the technical term for them is muqatti'at, isolated letters. According to certain commentators, the isolated letters are the names of the surahs at the beginning of which they occur. According to others, they are the symbols of the divine names. But the majority of the blessed companions and the generation next to them, the tabi'een, and also the later authoritative scholars have preferred the view that the isolated letters are symbols or mysteries, the meaning of which is known to Allah alone or may have been entrusted as a special secret to the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, not to be communicated to anyone else. That is why no commentary or explanation of these letters has at all been reported from him. The great commentator Al-Qurtubi has adopted this view of the matter, which is summarized below. According to Amir al-Sha'bi, Sufyan al-Thawri, and many masters of the science of hadith, every revealed book contains certain secret signs and symbols and mysteries of Allah. The isolated letters too are the secrets of Allah in the Qur'an, and hence they are among the mutashabihat of hidden meanings, the meanings of which is known to Allah alone, and it is not permissible for us even to enter into any discussion with regard to them. The isolated letters are not, however, without some benefit to us. Firstly, to believe in them and to recite them is in itself a great merit. Secondly, in reciting them, we receive spiritual blessings from the unseen world, even if we are not aware of the fact. Al-Qurtubi adds, the blessed caliphs Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, Umar, Uthman and Ali radwanullahi majma'in, and most of the companions like Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiallahu ta'ala anhu firmly held the view that these letters are the secrets of Allah, that we should believe in them as having descended from Allah and recite them exactly in the form in which they have descended, but should not be inquisitive about their meanings. which would be improper. Citing Al-Qurtubi and others, Ibn Kathir rahmatullah alayh too prefers this view. On the other hand, interpretations of the isolated letters have been reported from great and authentic scholars. Their purpose, however, was only to provide symbolical interpretation, or to awaken the minds of the readers to the indefinite possibilities of meanings that lie hidden in the Holy Qur'an. Or just to simplify things, they never wished to claim that these were the meanings intended by Allah Himself. Therefore, it would not be justifiable to challenge such efforts at interpretation, since it would go against the considered judgment of reputable scholars. The sentence, "the book has no doubt in it," raises a grammatical and exegetical problem. For the first phrase in the Arabic text reads as "Zalikal Kitab." Zalikal Kitab. Now, the word Zalika, that is used to point out a distant thing, while the word Kitab, book, obviously refers to the Holy Qur'an itself, which is present before us. So this particular demonstrative pronoun does not seem to be appropriate to the situation. There is, however, a subtle indication. The pronoun refers back to the prayer for the straight path made in the Surah Al-Fatiha, implying that the prayer has been granted and the Holy Qur'an is the answer to the request, which gives a detailed account of the straight path to those who seek guidance and are willing to follow it. However, having indicated this, the Holy Qur'an makes a claim about itself. There is no doubt in it. There are two ways in which doubt or suspicion may arise with regard to the validity or authenticity of a statement. Either the statement itself is erroneous and thus becomes subject to doubt, or the listener makes a mistake in understanding it. In the later case, the statement does not really become subject to doubt. Even if someone comes to suspect it out of defective or distorted understanding, as the Holy Quran itself reminds us later in the same surah, "In kuntum fi raybin," if you are in doubt. So, in spite of the doubts and objections of 1,000 men of small or perverse understanding, it would still be true to say that there is no doubt in this book, either with regard to it having been revealed by Allah or with regard to its contents. Hudal lil muttaqeen, a guidance for the God-fearing. The Arabic word for the God-fearing is muttaqeen, derived from taqwa, which literally means to fear, to refrain from. And in Islamic terminology, it signifies fearing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and refraining from the transgression of His commandments. As for the Holy Quran being a guidance to the God-fearing, it actually means that although the Holy Quran provides guidance not only to mankind but to all existence in the universe, yet the special guidance which is the means of salvation in the other world is reserved for the God-fearing alone. We have already explained in the commentary on the Surah Al-Fatiha that there are 3 degrees of divine guidance. The first degree being common to the whole of mankind and even to animals, etc. The second being particular to men and jinns. And the third being special to those who are close to Allah and have found His favor. The different levels of this last degree being limitless. It is the last 2 degrees of guidance which are intended in the verse under discussion. With regard to the second degree, the implication is that those who accept the guidance will have the hope of being elevated to the rank of the God-fearing. With reference to the third degree, the suggestion is that those who are already God-fearing may receive further and limitless guidance through the Holy Quran. This explanation should be sufficient to remove the objection that guidance is needed much more by those who are not God-fearing. For now, we know that the specification of the God-fearing does not entail a denial of guidance to those who do not possess this qualification. The next 2 verses delineate the characteristic qualities of the God-fearing, suggesting that these are the people who have received guidance, whose path is the straight path, and that he who seeks the straight path should join their company, adopt their belief and their way of life. It is perhaps in order to enforce this suggestion that the Holy Qur'an, immediately after pointing out the attributes peculiar to the God-fearing, proceeds to say, أُولَٰئِكَ عَلَىٰ هُدًى مِّن رَّبِّهِمْ وَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ. It is these who are on guidance given by their Lord, and it is just these who are successful. The delineation of the qualities of the God-fearing in these two verses also contains, in essence, a definition of faith, Iman, and an account of its basic tenets and of the fundamental principles of the righteous conduct. الَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْغَيْبِ وَيُقِيمُونَ الصَّلَاةَ وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ, who believe in the unseen and are steadfast in salah and spend out of what we have provided them.